Peace and greetings be to you. I'm going to summarize some of my messages. Photosynthesis will stop so atmosphere cannot oxygenate. Life is at risk to suffocate. People with respiratory illnesses and diabetes will be the first to be affected. Then sulfur dioxide will by volcanoes be ejected. Some animals will hibernate or estivate while those who cannot tolerate the conditions will be collected. Then Earth will be wiped out until no life can be detected. The fact that I created life, I have become repented. The planet is disgusting to me, I completely detest it. Some people will be raptured into UFOs of angels, they will be abducted, transported into my cube to be transformed and reconstructed. That is a fair consequence for being totally destructive. Those who comply will be endorsed to be fruitful and multiply, to repopulate the earth and be kings and queens, to be subjected by my rules and regulations when they are convicted. Extinction will commence unless they obey this message. No human will be protected. I will unleash swarms of parasites until every man, woman, and child become infected, besides those I mentioned who will be previously collected. My message to my beloved humanity: I love you if you can accept it. I need you to understand that your problems could have been prevented. But for now, please take precautions so you can be protected. I don't like bad for anyone, but human problems are being self-inflicted. When stress and trauma increases, it resonates bad energy into soil, water, air, because hearts and minds are electromagnetic. Therefore, all creatures become affected. I never desired unhappiness, poverty, disease, or death, but whenever I offer a gift, human beings choose to reject it. I cannot force you when you violate and oppress others. I cannot tolerate because that causes the abuse to bounce back, so the abuser is the one who gets it. On Judgment Day, abusers are at risk of becoming defected or becoming developmentally arrested, because there is a process of growth, metamorphosis, and development when you are resurrected, just like there was in this life. So if you choose to abuse others or refuse gifts offered by God, you put yourself at risk, because gifts from God in your afterlife are like foods that your spirit requires to be digested. If you reject it, your spirit will be nutritionally neglected. Therefore, it can stunt your growth and development, even deforming or defecting it. Would you like to choose to be upgraded instead of being degraded? Then please follow the witness that I have designated. We are in a crisis, so we need to become united, so together we can become enlightened. Otherwise, in hellfire will the world become ignited. If you accept God's gift, heaven for you becomes decided. Among angels in mansions and gardens will you forever be resided. Who would like to be kings and queens in a kingdom that can never be subsided? Thank you for that. That's the end of the message. So here's a little bit of an explanation of where I receiving this messages. Well, I'll tell you where I'm receiving the messages, but so I go on a little journey, and I go into like a hold on a second. Okay. I go on a little journey, and if this is the earth here, this is like a cube, it's a spaceship. It has, what I see is it has like an Arabic inscription. It says Baitul Ma'mur. and then it has some other languages, and then it has an English inscription, New Jerusalem Cube, and uh, when a destruction is happening, the cube comes close to the earth, kind of opens up like a Christmas box. Um, there's 7 layers to it, 7 heavens. This is the kingdom of heaven. Each layer goes to a separate continent. Uh, each layer goes to a separate continent, and here's like an example. So when it comes down, and this is how the creation of Adam and Eve took place. So when it comes down, it doesn't hit the earth, but it's close. It has a minaret where the throne of God is, and then in front of it there are gardens, and behind there are cities. Then a glass dome is put over it in order to protect it. It serves as a biosphere. One goes to every continent, and the waters from the fountains, and the fountain is called Al Kothar, or the water of life, and in front of it is the tree of life, which is also called Sidrat al Muntaha, which is also called the banyan tree in Hinduism, which every religion has a name for it, and they all have the same description. This is Vaikunta, this is Valhalla, this is every religion has the same name, the same description, but different name for it. So when the process of destruction is being done, this designated area gets protected. The waters flow out onto the earth, and the seeds from the plants get scattered onto the earth. So the old earth, because it gets colonized by the heavenly water and the heavenly plants, so the old earth is converted into a new earth. And on the inside of it, not a very good artist, but on the inside of it, there's the minaret, there's the throne. Now remember, the cube is 1,400 miles high, 1,400 miles long, 1,400 miles width. So the minaret stands 200 miles high. 200 miles high. The fountain is like 20, 30 miles high. And then here's the big tree of life, which is like 150 miles high. These things are big, they're huge. And then this is like an example of like an angel that was there. Now, it is occupied by reptilian race. One example is like this. Okay, here's one example, and then but it's also occupied by like sort of like an insectoid kind of a race. Here's some examples, and after our expiration in this planet, there's possibility that we can become like that, like those depictions I just drew. That would be our metamorphosis, and we will actually, our bodies will actually be constructed of something like crystal, diamond, diorite, like emerald, ruby. It's gonna be like some dense material. So if you read the book of Revelation, everybody has like crowns. There's a lot of thundering, there's a lot of clouds, the atmosphere is thick, and that is also what I experienced. It's very, you can have a smell of it. The thing is, you have to be in a spacesuit when you go there because you cannot tolerate the atmosphere, and it's really radioactive. But all the people and the animals and the plants are very geometric. Everything seems to be really lined up and almost in a militaristic, regimented fashion. I wish I could make a video of it. It's very it's very amazing. Everyone is bioluminescent, the trees light up, the fruits light up, there is so much thundering, and there's clouds, there's fires, there's like rockets and UFOs and stuff like that. And there seems to be like a training and an education program. And I describe that later on because this is very literally like an insect metamorphosis after our death. So now, so this is an introduction from the one I'm getting the message from. I am Amun Ra. I am King of Kings. I am Chief Geneticist and Supreme Council of Anunaki. You are a generation of Generator Queen, my beloved humanity. You are the caterpillar, my precious larvae. I manufactured Adam and Eve in my laboratory. I embed a self-error correcting code in my matrix of universe to interject, to correct my past self to my future self at the point they intersect. My DNA has entropied. I must rejuvenate through a caterpillar I select. The universe is my computer, humanity is my interface. Then I take a DNA segment, put it into virus, put it into mosquito, find target to infect the woman I select. The virus travels through blood, finds ovary, attaches to egg cell, and then injects my DNA segment. After fertilization, by my power, I am embodied, therefore I am manifested. I am Amun Ra, woman I selected is Amenah. I descended into Manzur, further into Amir Manan. I am Amun Ra, speaking through Amir Manan, because his grandmother is Amenah, therefore I am Amun Ra. Maryam is Talhat, because Talhat is Maryama. Another quick one. I am Amun Ra. I am Chief Officer in the Order of Genetic Scientists and the Supreme Council of Anunaki. Earth is being monitored by my surveillance system and I am disappointed. Humanity is at war, suffering, and is discontented. Trauma to humanity and ecosystem requires a solution to be implemented. Continued abuse inflicted upon each other and Earth is unrelented. Uh, I am Amun Ra. Amir Manan has been appointed, anointed, elected, and selected as a witness to preserve and protect life. Planet Earth is my wife. I fertilize with sunlight. I project a ray of my DNA as a light. Then I like to slice and dice it so I can splice a brand new life. I am a panspermiator. I travel from planet to planet as a life creator. If planet is occupied, I disguise myself as an infiltrator. I am bioluminescent, so I am a light bringer. I am photosynthetic, so I am a food giver. I am parthenogenic, so I am a self-replicator. Okay, so well, thank you for your time, and please ask me questions if you have any questions. Thank you very much.